including the parents?
I think so, yeah.
So should we start by you talking about the drama therapy? How did you bring it to Thailand?
Okay, ready now?
Yep.
I came to Thailand in 2010, so 4 years ago, and I didn't have a lot of assistance. I didn't have a musician, but I did a clown workshop, and we performed it before the professional people here and family members. And Dr. Samai at that time decided he wanted the drama therapy as part of his program here and then in the piano building when it started. So I came back 2 more years. Then I brought a musician with me and two of my client artists from Interact. And every year we've just developed it more. And this year, I think because Dr. Samai has hired Ning Nong and Dan, his wife, who were in our last program 2 years ago, the staff and all the staff that were a part of this really helped. They were more collaborative. Before it was a little more like they were on the outside and we were making everything happen. This year it's like all the staff are involved in the process, and Pong, the music therapist, is working closely with Aaron, and Aaron is training him and teaching him the songs.
Pong is Thai, isn't it?
Pong. He's Thai, yeah. And he's working on the project, and so my music composer director is working together with him and teaching them how to do what he does. And so this year I think it's more we're training people, but the way it's set up is working better, I think, than the other years. It's much more collaborative. Ning Nong's here, and some of the parents jumped in from the early stages. So whenever you have those extra support people, it just makes the whole process easier. In Interact we have a lot of staff, but here, because you don't have that many trained staff, to bring the parents in there and to keep everybody moving and active makes for a very good project.
In terms of the patient, as for now, is it any improved?
Yeah, I mean, we don't call them patients in the United States. We call them actors, just because we don't want to, it seems like people with disabilities are always in this patient role. I realize we're in a hospital, but I think it's more empowering when we call them actors, because that's what they are, and then they feel when you have a different identity. A person with a disability is usually a patient or a client or someone that's receiving services. If you put them as an actor, they're an actor. It's a powerful position. So our actors who come with a variety of disabilities, you've already seen a big change. Even this is the 4th week. For instance, the little Kim, who was so young in the beginning, she really didn't participate much. Now she's in a lot of the scenes. The guy, Chai, who was very shy in the beginning, you couldn't hear him much. Now he's speaking out and he's acting. The people that have been here for, I'm seeing this is his 3rd year, you really see some growth. If they stay with it longer, then you're going to see the growth happening. I'm seeing is much more focused. He follows directions. The other one that's made a big improvement, that's actually been here 4 years, is Gensini. Gensini started 4 years ago in the clown workshop. She was always left to dance, but that's pretty much all she did. Now she's doing comedic acting, and you see people really change in the course of the 4 weeks.
once mentioned about creativity. You mentioned to me that people don't believe that this kind of people have the creativity, don't have any opinion. Can you describe it again?
Well, that is typical that in the United States and all over, people, because maybe their IQs are not very high, they don't do well on the IQ tests, it doesn't mean they don't have creativity. Creativity is not connected with IQ. Creativity is in everyone. And I think a lot of people with developmental disabilities have more creativity because they don't have as many blocks in their brain going, oh, I can't do this. They just do it. So, yeah, you're tapping into their creativity and their humor and their spontaneity, and that makes the play really fun. You know, it makes it very entertaining. And when people see people with developmental disabilities being creative and having fun on the stage and doing something entertaining, then it shifts their ideas about disability, and it even shifts their ideas about themselves. Because now we have parents and grandparents jumping on the stage to work all together. Where in the beginning it was more, you know, the Thai people were on the outside, except for the students, except for the young people with disabilities. And now it's like the parents are involved, some of the grandparents are involved, the staff are on the stage. Then you really start seeing the changes in people.
If this model, this technique will be brought to implement in Thailand in the future, do you have any suggestion? Is there anything that we should improve before?
I think you need to get more training for the staff, and actually for the staff to come to Interact in Minneapolis and work for 3 months with us on a play. Because we take a lot longer for the plays there, and to really be every aspect of what we're doing, really to understand how we go about it, and you know, how the process starts, being part of the process from beginning to end. I think that kind of training, and you have lots of professionals there, like Aaron, the guy that I brought here. So you have 6 theater professionals that will all be showing you what they do and how they do it. I think that training is really important, because I think it's hard to get theater training in Thailand, from what I've heard. It's not a big place where you don't have a theater school here. You don't have a theater school even in Bangkok. I mean, you can study it, but not like in the States where you focus on theater. And where we live, there's like 100 theaters, and people go to the theater all the time, and there are many, many trained actors. You don't have that in your culture. It's a different, you know, you don't have that theater. So I think bringing people here and training with us, and you know, really it'll be a longer period of development, because we did this in Australia with a group there, but they had already trained professionals there, and some of them did come and work with me, and even they came and worked with us, and we didn't have the language barrier either, but they already had the trained people that they could draw from there. But here you need to train those people, and you could do it. I mean, all the people here that are in the show that are Thai are very talented. It could easily be trained to do this kind of work. They're already learning a lot, but you need to give them a broader training now.
If you ask you to rate your satisfaction towards the student here in this particular project?
This has been the best year we've ever had here, for all the reasons I mentioned. For the staff situation, I think the team that we brought has been really a good team. It's just been, I think, the best. A lot of it really is because of the staff support we had this year. And we basing the story on adapting it from an already existing story made us really get it developed very quickly, so that it's at a pretty good level now. But yeah, I'm very, very happy about this year. I think I have a lot of hope for the Interact Thailand project. I really do.
But you're coming. The center will come to Thailand.
Well, we're calling it Interact Thailand. I don't know if just because we didn't have another name to call it, but we're calling this like Interact Thailand.
You work with this particular group of people that your Interact center, Interact Thailand.
Interact Thailand would just be the vision of Interact Thailand is that you have Thai people that are trained to run this and to do it all year and to do several performances a year. At least two.
This kind of group. Not just for the delayed development children, isn't it?
You can bring other people into the community to be involved. You could bring, yeah, you really could. Thank you.
I'll interview you again at the